Hello everybody, this is Ghosty, and today I'd like to show you a little shopping cart type tutorial, I guess you could call it, that I've been working on. It's pretty basic, doesn't really have currency or anything yet, but I suppose I could just show it off if you're interested or like to take a look at how it works, and I guess slowly build from there and see where it goes. But first, before we begin, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Bro Code. You can look at his YouTube. I'll leave a link to his channel in my description. He has a lot of courses, including a 12-hour Python course, which actually teaches a lot of stuff in a pretty concise way. I think I'm on step 15, 16 or so now. So if you're interested in coding, take a look. And yeah, this guy really is a Giga Chad. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is open up your IDE, I guess to call it, or I guess you can even open up a notepad document if you want to tag along, but you can get PyCharm, which is what I recommend. That's actually what I'm using now. You can get that from Jetbrains.com, and I'll also leave a link to that in my description. So with that, let's begin. This is going to be a very basic shopping tutorial where I'm just going to basically make a store, make a player cart, and then add items to it. But and hopefully. I guess a little tricky sometimes. So we're going to start with making a title, just shopping simulator test. Leave it at that. And then let's see, we're going to make our store first. So store equals. Then we're going to make these brackets that pretty much guarantee, or makes it a list rather. So let's see what we want our store to have. Probably food. Go with hot dog. Put in hot dog. Always put quotation marks too, so you're actually printing what you're putting in. Which printing, of course, means displaying on the screen. Let's see. If you want to know how to do this, by the way, just press or hold Windows key and then press period. I actually didn't know about it myself till just recently. Let's do burger. Fries, and something to drink, maybe. Really too many choices are there. It's big. Oh, there we go, soda pop. Name this one. Name this one burger. Remember, these all have to be in quotation marks to print what you're saying. The comma separates it so it knows. Pretty much creating a index of this list that we're creating right now, and I guess we'll go over that here in a little bit. Fries, comma, space, space. Soda. Yeah, let's do soda. Alright, now for our shopping cart, just shopping cart, underscore. Always have an underscore, you can't do spaces. And then just leave that empty for now. And to make it a little more interactive, I guess, let's go with user enters their name. That way, I don't know, it just makes it seem a little more real, I guess you could call it, or something like that. It's like engaging. Let's do name equals input, and then just please tell us your name. Space, always have a space right here, because if you don't, it's just gonna not look good. The end product. And then let's first of all, let's do well true, which means basically well, the conditions are met under here as an if statement, then something will activate for that if statement. It might just be easier to get into it. Let's say we want our name to be 2 or 3 to 15 characters long. So let's say if, which means if, well, true, len, which is length. We're looking for the length of the name. Name is less than or equal to 2. So if it's the length of the name is 2 or less characters, or the length of the name is greater or equal to, let's give them 15. We will do print your name must be between, your name must be 3 to 15 letters long. Alright, so now we got it. Checking for that. So, should be able to just test it real quick. What is your name? Let's say my name's Bo. Name must be 3 to 15 characters long. Let's go with just random blah blah blah. Still can't do it. Now let's do Bob. Well, it would go through, but it's nothing there yet. But so we got Bob. If you want another little trick you can do dot capitalize the little phone symbols, as Code Bird calls them. Just think of them as calling themselves. And then you can also do dot strip, same thing. Now what that'll do when you enter your name, let's say Bob all lowercase. Well, let me do this real quick. Let's just finish this code real fast. Let's see if we want all their name to be alphabetical, no numbers, no dots, no periods, anything like that. Let's say else if not, so if not, all name dot is alpha, which is alphabet. So else if the name is not alphabetical. Best way to think about it really is imagine Kevin from The Office, like less word, big, more efficient, whatever. And then let's put hold on, having a brain fart for a second. Actually, hold on, scratch all that. Let's do if not all the parentheses char dot is alpha for character or char in name print, and we don't really want alphanumeric. Your name must contain only letters, please. And then let's say they did both things. We would do else. So this is basically the last stopgap or whatever. Else print. Let's do an F string. An F string basically just lets you type code into otherwise you'd just only be able to use text right here. So we're doing an F string. And then let's put thank you name. We are now taking you to the shop. All right, so that should be that done. Let's test it out. Tell us your name. Let's say Bobbert. Thank you, Bobbert. We are now taking you to the shop. So that's step one right there. We're just going to keep going from here. So now you got basically a little, common little name checker or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of professional a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, kind of bear with me here. I'm brand new to this YouTube thing, so I'm not really kind of have a lot on my mind going on right now. Let's do does player or does user want to buy something? So now right here, we're going to make something where it asks, do you want to buy something? If they say yes, it goes to the shop. If it says no, it pretty much ends, or maybe even takes them to the cart. So let's do, well, true. The reason this isn't working right now, I just kind of realized it myself, is we have to do, I believe, continue. That's not it. Yeah, give me just 1 second, I'll figure it out. Let's do, well, true, answer, and let's do answer equals input. Would you like to make a purchase? I feel like I'm definitely missing something right here. Trying to think of what. Maybe it'll come to me in a second here. Right now we're gonna do if answer in Y. Actually, let's get this well true working first. Let's see, I think I want to say break. Let's just try it out real quick. Oh, whoops. Let's get rid of this. Alright, let's try it out real quick. Tell us your name, Bobbert. Alright, there we go. Thank you, Bobbert. We were taking you to the shop. Would you like to make a purchase? Alright. So we're on the right track. Let's do if answer. So if the answer is in, now we're going to make another list here. Oh yeah, and here's another little trick. First, let's do make all your possible answers lowercase, because I'm going to show you a trick here in a second. And I like to be a little more interactive, so let's do Y, yes, yeah, yeah. Now let's put lower here. That's going to make everything you type in lower, or whatever the person types in. So if it's all caps, this is going to still activate. And let's put print, great. Let's make it an F string, great, name. We are glad to hear that we are going to today's top sales. Let's just do something like that. And then let's just test this out real quick. Missing something. Oh, my bad. That's another thing about coding, is little things like that. Let's see, please tell us your name. Let's say, let's just Bobbert. Thank you, Bobbert. Would you like to make a purchase? Oh yeah, that's why I always said to use a space, because yeah, otherwise it looks pretty bad right here. So actually, let's stop all that real quick. If I didn't even realize I had that going, let's make purchase. Let's just go ahead and put a answer to nope, nah. Let's add nah right here. Nah. Keeping it human. Let's do print. Let's say here, sorry to hear that. We hope to see you again soon. Let's add break. And what that should do is, if they say no, it should just break all of this and code ends. And then let's put else. And then just I don't know why it says that. Let's put something like, please enter yes or no. Alright, let's try that out. Please tell us her name. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. There we go. Please tell us your name. Bobbert, would you like to make a purchase? Let's do, yeah. Great, we're taking you to the sales. Would you like to make a purchase? Let's say random, please enter yes or no, and then let's do this no. And there we go, the code ended. Alright, so now we need to, let's see, let's go with, give me just 1 second. I want to actually make sure I'm actually recording this. Alright, sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure I was actually recording everything. Alright, so we're going on from here. Let's see, let's do... Player... I don't know why I keep wanting to say player. Let's say user makes a purchase. We're gonna do another well true. Actually, before we do that, let's do... And let's just keep going and see where it goes. Let's do for I item in enumerate shopping cart. Now this is the part that really tricks me up at the moment. I'm still kind of like not really used to this. I kind of get the concept, but this is where it gets pretty funky. You can see I've been messing around with it a bit already. Let's do, I'm not gonna hit tab. Let's do print f string. I'm pretty sure you can change these to the I is just the index, like you're looking for the number of an item in a list, like up here. And then item is the variable, I think. You can change that too. But for now, let's just do, keep it simple. Let's do print. Well, let's just do print store. And I've kind of messed that up too. Let's do store. Wait, we do got to do this part. Yeah, messing all up right now. Let's do print if I +1. So what we're doing here is you're taking the index number, because when you start with an index number on the coding, like, or whatever, the first item is actually always a 0. So that would, or hot dog would be 0, burger would be 1, 2, 3. So what we're actually doing is taking that 0, adding 1, putting a dot so it looks like a list, and then we're going to do item. You could put end with space, which you saw there. That's just gonna add like a gap to it. And this is kind of the part that gets a little bit tricky for me, because I believe this is gonna repeat if I click it now. Bobbert, yes. Hold on. Maybe I need a break there. Bobbert, yes. Yep. Like I thought, it repeats for the time being. Usually it seems to fix if you do something like this. Let's do make by equals input. This time I am just gonna hit tab because let's save some time. If you're wondering what this /n means, it just means it makes a new line. It's pretty much to make it look a little more fancy. Let's try that out real quick. Bobbert, yes. Right now it's just saying hot dog. It does that sometimes too. I think it's because, the more I think about it, I think it's stuck in here. Let's try that real quick. Robert, yes. There we go. Now it's a little more organized. And that new space, otherwise it'd be right here. So we're adding that new space. For example, let's see, add one here too. Robert, yes. Well, add spaces here. I don't know if we really want that, but I've looked before. I can't remember now. Let's see. What you could do is just, I guess it looks fine as it is, really, but just do print, leave it at a space, Robert, and then here's where the lowercase comes in hand. If I were to put yes in all lowercase, it'd actually say it doesn't match any of these because these are all lowercase, but since it makes it lowercase, so now take us there. Kind of still put spaces between them. Actually, I guess that looks pretty good. Let's do. Would you like to make the purchase? So far, nothing's actually happened yet. Or let's not even do that. Let's do. What do you want to buy? And then we definitely don't want a list like that. Let's do make. Now this is hard to start stripping it up a little bit. Let's do make by equals integer make by. So that turns into a whole number. And I believe it's something like if 0 is less than make by, so what we're typing in, and less than, or make by what we're typing in is less than or equal to, let's see, length store, so it's checking the index of the store, I believe. F string you have bought. And I feel like I messed up something here. We're gonna fix that here in a second. Trying to remember what goes right here. Maybe it was make by -1. I think that should be it. Let's try it out. Bobbert, yes. Burger, you have bought 2, so we bought 2. There's a way to change this. Let's do chosen equals make by -1. Remember the -1 is because the index is always starts with 0, so we're like basically just tricking it or whatever. Just figure it out. Let's do you have bought. Let's do you have bought chosen. Let's see what that does. Bobbert, yes. 1. Oh, well, that didn't work. Trying to remember how you do this real quick. Store. Let's try this one. Make by -1. Bobbert, yes. You have bought burger. There we go. So now we got the burger. Guess we could keep going. Fries, yep, it adds fries. But let's say we don't want that. Let's say we want every time we buy an item, it disappears from the list. So let's do maybe boost that up a little bit. And we also want to make sure we add it to our cart. So let's do cart. What do we name it? Shopping cart. Yeah. Shopping cart. Dot append. So we're grabbing an item. Append means to add something to the list. We're doing chosen. That's adding it to the list. And chosen being their chosen item. So the fries. Let's just actually test it out real quick. Robert, why? We want a burger. We want some fries. So we got burger and fries. Let's say we want to take it out of the list. Every time we buy, we would do store.pop, not remove. Pop actually, I want to say it's reorganizing it, but I'm not actually sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it's doing, like we're replacing it instead or whatever with the different version or what's underneath it or whatever. You'll see in a second. Let's do pop. Make by -1. Let's try that. Robert, yes. Burger. And see now, burger's gone. Let's add fries. So we got a burger and fries. And to make it show that we got a burger and fries, we're going to do print f string. You now have. Now have shopping cart. And that should display what we have for the time being. So, Bobbert, yes, burger, fries. You now have burger fries. I guess we could maybe put that here to make it a little clean. And then, of course, a soda to wash it down with, and a hot dog because you're really hungry. And there we go. There's the whole list. What we're going to do now is, let's see. I don't think I've really played too much after all this part. Yeah, I'd just like to test it again. Whoops. Alright, so that didn't go through, and it's going to crash every time because of something missing, which I believe might be if make by is digit. Let's try this. Add that. Let's actually take that out, put that here. There we go. Test it out real quick. Bobbert, yes. Hot dog, fries, soda. And we got all that in list. Everything's working. I think it's still going to crash if we try it later. Nope, it just doesn't do anything, so that's good. Let's do else if. Okay, let's do else if make by. Let's just add a quitting statement for here. If make by equals. We're doing equals again. We're making a list. Make by equals Q, comma, quit. So let's make this lower, and then let's put Q to quit. So else if make by equals, oh wait, my bad, should be N Q quit. So it's looking for that little list. Let's see. Thank you for shopping. Let's just do what it wants, and then let's say we're now going to your cart, just to make it look like they're verifying it or something. And then we're gonna do else print. So if they type in anything else, they should just say, please enter a number. All right, let's try that out. Bobbert, yes. Burger, soda, fries, quit. Thank you for shopping. We're actually still here, so let's just do something like this. All right, so that works. And now we're going to, for the last step, show the shopping cart, I guess. So let's do print. Let's see if we can make this a little fancy from memory. Let's do, or not even from memory, just without referring to anything. Let's do print, new line. I think I need to also break the sloop. Let's do a break right here. No, yeah, we can do a new line here. Let's do, start a new line. Let's do you, or let's make it an F string so we can put code in here. Let's do you have bought. Guess that would be it. Shopping cart, the length of the shopping cart index. Parentheses, bracket, items. So that should say you have bought blank items. We'll check that here in a second. And then try to finish. Let's do F string. Your cart now contains. And then let's do. And you don't want to do, like, when you're typing into text, you can't really do parentheses like you would otherwise without text. You have to use these. I forgot what they're called. Do shopping cart. And I think that should be it. Let's try it out. Bobbert, Y, burger, fries, soda. We're all done. Quit. You have bought 3 items. Your cart now contains items. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for now. That's pretty much as far as I've gotten. As you can see, I've tried this before. Pretty much just keep trying to drill it into my head so I can get it all memorized and keep cleaning it up as I go. So that's it. Well, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.